Okay, so we've created our exploded view in a presentation on Autodesk Inventor. So now we're going to create a drawing with a parts list. So go to File, New, Drawing. Now again, this comes in the wrong size, so the first things we always have to do is right-click on Sheet 1, Edit Sheet, change it to size A. We want a 8.5 by 11, and then we need to delete this title block down here. We don't need it. So we do our base projection, and we're going to make the scale 1/2. That's going to make it nice and big here for us. And we're going to move it up to the upper left hand corner, give us room for our parts list down in the lower right. And we want to make sure we click shaded. We want it to have some color to it. So click shaded and say OK. Now we're going to go to annotate. We're going to do a lot of annotations here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a parts list. And say, okay, hey, you want a parts list? Select document or select view. We're going to come over here and select this view and say OK. It says, where do you want this parts list? We're going to put it on the lower right. Now it's giving us this description column. We don't need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on here. We're going to say edit parts list. And then right here we can say column chooser. And we want to take description and we want to remove it. And then say OK. And then apply. And there we go. Now I know this has a lot more parts than what we did yesterday in our structural analysis. It's okay, we're just going to leave the rest of this list alone, and we're just going to label the parts that we used. And the way we're going to do that is with the balloon tool. This is very simple. You just click on the balloon tool and you say, I want to label this. You move that balloon somewhere, right click and say continue. And then you balloon each of the parts that you labeled. I don't like that. I'm going to undo that. I don't know why it decided to. There, and delete that balloon. Hey buddy, I want you to be out here. And continue. There we go. You only need to label each part once. So if you label the wheel, if you balloon the wheel in the front here, you don't need to balloon the other three. I'm going to balloon cancel. Share the balloon tool selected. I'm going to balloon this. Right click and say continue. Get the front. Right click and say continue. Get the windshield. Right click and say actually continue. I didn't click on it. That's why it does that. Cancel. I want to go in here and I want to delete this. So you need to click on the part, click where you want the balloon, and then right click and say continue. So we have our connectors labeled. We have our front. Oh, the front got messed up again, so I'm going to select the balloon tool, cancel. I'm going to right click and delete that balloon, add another one, click, click, right click and say continue. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a text box down here, or it can be up here, somewhere where you have space. And in this text box you're going to do a little makeshift title block. We're going to say this is a T9 Automoblox and author is your name and date. I don't know why it gives this warning. Just cancel. And say OK. Now when you're done with this drawing, you're going to go to File, Export, Export as a PDF. And go down to Downloads. You can call it T9 Exploded View. You can add your last name to it. And then save. And so now that you're done with this, you can go back into Canvas, go into the assignment, and if you had student view, there's a little button up here for submit, and then you submit that PDF, and that's how you turn it in. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck, have some fun with this.